think coffee gives you the jitters. For the Flash, it's a total disaster. Believe it or not, a simple cup of coffee can turn Barry Allen's powers into a complete nightmare. Let's dive into why caffeine and speedsters just don't mix. Barry Allen, also known as the Flash, is one of DC's most iconic superheroes. Thanks to the Speed Force, Barry can run faster than the speed of light, vibrate through solid objects, and even manipulate time. But there's a catch. His powers come with some pretty unique challenges. To fuel his super speed, Barry's metabolism works at an insanely fast pace. Think about it. Running at supersonic speeds burns thousands of calories in seconds. That's why you'll often see Barry scarfing down entire pizzas or mountains of burgers just to keep going. But what happens when you throw caffeine into the mix? Well, things get a little chaotic. In The Flash, 2011 issue number 3 by Jeff Johns and Francis Manapul, Barry shares a story that perfectly illustrates why caffeine is a no-go for speedsters. One night, while working late at the Central City Police Department, Barry grabbed a quad-shot espresso to stay awake. Big mistake. At first, everything seemed fine, but within seconds, his metabolism kicked into overdrive. Barry started vibrating uncontrollably, and before he knew it, he phased through not 1, not 2, but 4 floors of the lab. He eventually came to a stop in the locker room, completely disoriented. This wasn't just a funny mishap, it was a dangerous reminder of how even small things, like caffeine, can send Barry's powers spiraling out of control. So why does caffeine affect Barry so badly? It all comes down to how his body processes energy. A normal person drinks coffee, and the caffeine gives them a boost of energy by stimulating their nervous system. But for Barry, whose body is already running at hyperspeed, caffeine acts more like rocket fuel. It amplifies his already supercharged system, making it nearly impossible for him to control his powers. Think of it like this. If Barry's metabolism is a finely tuned race car, caffeine is like pouring nitrous oxide into the engine. Sure, it might make you go faster, but it also makes the car harder to control, and it could even cause it to crash. And it's not just Barry. Every speedster in the DC universe has a similar issue. Wally West, Jay Garrick, and even Bart Allen all share the same hyperactive metabolism. While we don't see them dealing with caffeine as often as Barry, it's safe to assume they'd face the same problems. This adds an interesting layer to their powers. Speedsters aren't just super fast, they're also incredibly vulnerable to things that wouldn't affect the average person. Something as simple as a cup of coffee can turn into a life-threatening situation for them. And of course, we can't talk about this without mentioning Batman. The Dark Knight is famous for having contingency plans for every hero in the Justice League. Kryptonite for Superman, yellow constructs for Green Lantern, and who knows what else. It's easy to imagine Batman including a no-coffee rule in his plans for speedsters. After all, he knows how dangerous caffeine can be for them. Maybe he even keeps a stash of decaf on hand, just in case Barry or Wally ever need a pick-me-up. This story also highlights something deeper about being a superhero. While speedsters like Barry Allen might seem invincible, their powers come with unique risks that make their lives much more complicated. Sure, they can outrun almost anything, but they also have to be incredibly careful about what they eat and drink. One wrong move, like drinking coffee, can lead to disaster. So what about you? Would you give up coffee if you had super speed? Or would you risk it for the occasional caffeine fix? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more comic stories like this.